Hello everyone, Ken the Bearded Accountant here, and I've got something a little different for you today. I'm going to make my own weed killer. Now, I've seen a ton of different videos on making weed killer, and a ton of different videos saying that it doesn't work. And then I saw one video describing exactly why it doesn't work. And so I'm going to try that and share it with you. I hate watching videos that last 7 or 8 minutes just to let you know, no, it didn't work. So let's get into it. Now, the basic recipe here is half a gallon of vinegar, half a cup of salt, and a little bit of dishwashing liquid so that the solution sticks on the leaves. Now, the big difference with what I'm doing is that I've been told that the big problem is that people are using household vinegar that they use for cooking, and that is the problem. Household vinegar that you have in your kitchen cabinet has a 5% acidity level. This has a 30% acidity level. That is the key to making this correctly. All right, so here we go. Deal here is half a gallon of vinegar. This does have warnings all over it. Don't drink it, harmful to the skin, all kinds of stuff like that. As soon as I opened it, I got it all over my hands, so I thought, why not put some gloves on? You definitely don't want to be making a salad with this stuff. I'm not too concerned about getting it perfect. All right, so that looks like it's about half. Now, the second ingredient is half a cup of salt. Half a gallon of vinegar, half a cup of salt, because I've got rock salt left over. So as you can see, I'm doing exact measurements here. So there we go. Around half a cup of salt, and then 1 tablespoon of dish detergent. Again, exact measurements going on here. I'm gonna give it a little time to dissolve, and then let's see how it does. Okay, here we go. We're gonna give this a shot, see how it works. So what I'm gonna do is, I've got some dandelions here. Let's see if I can get them in the shot. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna spray the ones over here with the new mixture of vinegar, salt, and a little bit of dishwashing detergent. And these little suckers here, I'm gonna hit with the Roundup. And we'll see which one works better. So what I'm gonna do is, over the next several days, I'm gonna hit these and see how this homemade version with non-yucky chemicals works in comparison to the Roundup. And I like the idea that you don't have to be, I'm really careful trying to not get it on the ground as much as possible. With this stuff, I don't really care. There we go. I'll be back tomorrow and the day after and the day after, and we'll see what does what. Okay guys, I'm back. It's been 24 hours since I initially sprayed, and let's take a look at what we've got after 24 hours. First, let's take a look at the ones that I sprayed with my homemade. So they're pretty, turning a little grayish. They look pretty dead. You see how close I can get here. And this is the one I sprayed with the Roundup. This looks definitely healthier. So far, it looks like that homemade version of a weed killer is working out pretty well. I'm kind of excited about it. I never quite loved the idea of spraying poison all over the place. And now I'm just spraying vinegar, salt, and a little bit of dishwashing detergent. Okay guys, it's day 3. That means it's been 48 hours since the initial application. So let's take a look at what we've got. So these are pretty much dead as far as I can see. 2 applications, 48 hours. That was with the homemade weed killer. And here we've got, after 2 applications, it's dying, but there's still a little teeny bit of green in it. So what I'm gonna do is do a final application. 3 applications should do it. I've got to tell you that I'm impressed with the homemade weed killer. It's doing a great job. And I've got to tell you, I'm not as worried about spraying it liberally as I would be with that Roundup and all those chemicals. Okay guys, I'm ready to wrap up this video. The big question was, would a homemade weed killer actually work, or should we stick with the chemical stuff? And I think the proof is in the pudding. Let's take a look. Now, these plants or weeds, dandelions, got 3 applications, and it's about 5 days since it was initially sprayed, and it is dead. This one got sprayed with the chemical weed killer, and there's a little teeny bit of green left there. This sucker's hanging on. That one more hit with either one of those weed killers will finish that one off. This was definitely, let me get the thumb in there, a success for the homemade weed killer. And just to go over what I made it with, half a gallon, 30% vinegar, 30% acidity level, as well as half a cup of salt. I initially used rock salt because I've got hundreds of pounds of rock salt. I don't have hundreds of pounds of regular table salt. I will tell you that the rock salt, if you're going to use that, I would not use it if you're planning to immediately use your weed killer. If you're going to make it, let it sit around for several weeks or several days. I'd say it probably takes a full week for that rock salt to dissolve. So I'm sticking, if I make it up, I want to use it. So I'm going to stick with the table salt as far as the half cup of salt, and then about a tablespoon of dishwashing liquid. And the only purpose of having that in there is it helps the solution stick to the plants. I'm gonna say this was a big success. All those videos saying that half gallon vinegar, half cup salt, and a little bit of dishwashing liquid solutions do not work. They do work if you use the right vinegar. 30% acidity level. And I will caution you that I found one of my dogs licking it. I got him away from that. I would keep the dogs in when you're using it. My dog seemed to like it as much as my French fries with vinegar and salt on it. So when you're first spraying it, I would keep the pets away, let it dry first. And I will tell you that wherever you're spraying, it's going to smell like vinegar for 6-8 hours. The scent sticks around, but for me to not be spraying chemicals all over the place, it's a much better option. It's easy to make. A 1-gallon sprayer at Home Depot is $10. In the long run, save money. From now on and forevermore, I'll be using the homemade variety. So with that, I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell if you want to see more, and that thumbs up for the heck of it. Thanks.